What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the simulator. Out of events to play in GS Pro competitively, except for the tours, but I don't want to play them. I just don't feel like playing them. I got a wild hair up my tush, and I decided to see if any new courses had popped up that were in Utah or based on courses in Utah here where I live. And I found out that quite a few have popped up. I've only ever posted scores on Valley View Golf Club, which I've played many times on the simulator and a couple of times in real life. And then Hobble Creek here. And I will tell you, I was surprised to see there are even this many. Two of them are done by Runpuddrun. One's done by T-Love. Big names in this sim golf community. And then the two that most recently popped up here, one's from May 6th of 2025, so not too long ago. And the other one is from April. So it's been at least that long since I've checked. But they're done by a creator called Briggity F, and I don't know what that stands for, but I'm happy to see that we have, 4, 5, 6, 7 courses that are based on Utah courses now, so that's kind of neat. What I wanted to do, it doesn't look like I've ever posted a score on Serenity Falls. It says it's a fictional course set in the Valley of Mountains of Utah, and it's done by Runpuddrun, a well-known GS Pro content creator. So let's go through here. Let's add me. Let's do some match settings. Let's set this to 2 for Gimme Auto Putt. Mulligans are going to be on because this is not a competitive match, and I don't know. I don't think my ProTee VX has ever had a miss hit. It's missed shots, but it's never had a miss hit that I can remember. Let's play green tees, Sunday pins, stimp. Let's put the stimp to 11, firmness normal. Let's go calm wind, fairway firmness normal. And then you can see this course is at 3,800 feet, almost 4,000 feet, which is pretty normal here in Utah. All right, and let's play all the holes and see what kind of a score we can post here. But let's load this up and play our last match in the simulator here for the weekend. All righty, we're all loaded up here. First hole's a par 5 right out of the gate, 536 yards. If we look at the mini map, the first thing that caught my attention, and I'm sure this is not intentional, but this set of bunkers in the middle of the fairway looks like a face or something. So immediately now I'm going to be on the lookout for weird things I see. We'll just see how it goes, and if I keep seeing weird things, I'll point them out. Maybe this is just some sort of an anomaly or an inside joke or something, but let's get the round underway. Looks like all the audio's good from my mic, and we're getting some noise from sounds from the course here. So let's rock and roll here with the first tee shot. Not bad, not bad. 315 yards is well out of our range. Let's grab the 3-wood and hit over this strange bunkers that look like a face. This looks like a face to me. This is the first non-competitive match I've played on GS Pro where I just picked a course randomly in what feels like an eternity. Like, I don't think I've done it since before Christmas, and it's almost, June's almost a third of the way over. So let's see what's going on here. And we got plenty of green to play with, 100 yards out. The lie, we're a little uphill on the lie, but that's about it. Pretty long putt here, and I've got the gimme circle set to not very big. I think I got it set to 2 feet. GS Pro, if you are watching this video, please give us an option to have no gimme circle, or like a 1 inch or a 6 inch, 1 foot or a 6 inch gimme circle, please. Please. That was not a bad little putt. We might get out of here with a par. Okay, we got out of there with a par, ladies and gentlemen. Let me adjust my altitude cheat sheet. I don't want you to watch me do it because we have better things to do. You surely do, so give me 1 minute. And we're back. Must have seemed almost instantaneous to you. Let's zoom out of the big map here. Looks like we can get over. We could try to power through these trees. It's still going to take us 2 shots to get there anyway, so I don't really see the point. Let's just hit an easy driver. .364-yard par 4 here. It's like we snuck through those tree branches. Either that or they don't have colliders. And we've got some tree trouble here, I think. We've got like a tree hanging over the green. I get this is a fictional course, but there's like a tree in the green here, which is sort of strange. We'll see if maybe it'll make the ball fall flat on its face here, or I'll try to roll it up. And it looks like a gigantic fly got in here while I had the garage door open. It was pretty hot in here. Probably made it hotter. Okay, I probably honestly couldn't have planned it any better. Greens aren't very tough here. They're just big flat surfaces kinda, which is fine with me. It's not a competitive round. What do we got here? 9 feet 5 inches or so. This one's a strange little hole. Got to give myself a bit of a buffer here. 147 yards, it's down a couple of feet. Got a bit of wind blowing. Eight iron's a sure thing. 9-iron. We're probably pushing it with a 9-iron. Let's just hit an 8 here. Try to keep it out of the drink. Uh-oh. Well, there went that birdie. That stinks. So much for that club being a sure thing, huh? I wish it told you the lie of the different choices. This ball's going to want to come out pretty hard left. And it's going to come out pretty high. This fly is, it's smaller than the last one, but it's definitely flying and buzzing around here. This is going to play 19 feet, 9 inches or so here. A little too much mustard there. This hole's going to cost us a couple of strokes. 7-footer, blew it past the hole by 7 feet, if you can believe that. For a double. Does that put us to 1 over? .460-yard par 4. Let's go ahead and tee it up. Alright guys, I'm going to pause you while I see if I can manipulate my golf bag here in the game. I'm kind of tired of it telling me to use a 2-iron to drive. Give me 1 minute. I don't see that option, so we will continue. We got 230 to the pin. We're down 5 yards, maybe 225. We do have a smidge of wind though. And it is a par 4, so we do need to get down there. Let's hit a 4-iron here. Duffed the holy crud out of it. Goodness gracious. That kind of jarred my wrist actually. Alright. That probably just cost us another bogey. And that's if we can get into the pin here. Pitching wedge. Get up there. How much? So we have about 3.5 yards of grass we would have to putt through if we were going to putt this. I do not believe we're going to putt this here. Easy 58 degree. It's easy for this to get out of there. 4, 3, 3-ish feet here. Alrighty, this is gonna play about 170, let's say. 168, 170. Let's hit a 7-iron. Okay, it got that one. We should not hit the water. A little bit of semi-rough. And then you can see we're breaking pretty hard from left to right. Let's give ourselves a bit of a fighting chance here. And we're down a good bit. Not down that much. That ball's taken off. Bit of a duffed shot there. And we're gonna have something like a 35-foot putt here. Oh, wow. Oh, sometimes even a blind squirrel finds a nut, folks. That was a super low percentage putt. What's going on here? I don't see anything too weird on the mini map, but you got these weird like I wouldn't want to be the I wouldn't really want to be the groundskeeper that had to mow between these bunkers. Kind of looks like a sideways hamburger or something. I don't know if they're just maybe AI generated bunkers or AI generated shapes. Pretty strange though. What do we got? 500 yard par 5. Okay, we're down the left side. That didn't get too terribly high in the air. Looks like we have, to get over this, we would need to fly at least 195. And at this altitude, I think I could do it with the 3-wood. Let's give it a shot here. That's actually, might just be in the first cut there. That wasn't a bad shot at all. And we are by the hamburger bunker now. Pretty good miss there. We didn't lose anything hardly at all from being in that cut, so I can't say that was the problem. 16 yards here. Roll up in that circle for me. Three-footer. Number 7 is a 380-yard par 4. You can see there's water all the way up the left. I don't typically hit left. Therefore, I am not particularly worried about the water. It's not a great drive, but good enough. Golf is about how well you miss. 193 to this tucked pin here. A little bit of wind, nothing much going on at all. Need to hit about 180 something. High 180s. That should be pin high, but we're a little over to the right, and that's fine. That was a good strike. Very good strike there. Got quite a putt ahead of us for birdie. Not sure how much it's gonna break. I know we need to hit it about 44 feet, feel. That is crazy to get that in the circle from that far away. I wouldn't say these greens are very tough though. You know what? Let's hit this 2-iron that the game keeps trying to get us to use here. Mizuno driving iron here. Must have caught that wrong. What did we do there? It didn't look like a bad strike at all. Face to path was 6.4 degrees, 1 degree in to out. Methinks that was a misread. If you can see the ball spin video, ball spin validator looks to be accurate, sort of. Maybe that, because that's one of the only clubs I have that still has a sticker on it. I don't know if something happened, but regardless, it went far enough. We're 150 or so out. Excuse me, that'd be 170, 180, 180-ish out. 6 iron. "16 feet, we'll call it. Stop, stop, stop. Too much juice on that. Hopefully that didn't cost us a bogey. Alrighty. 7 feet 11 inches here. Number 9 is a 490 yard par 5. Let's tee up here. See if we can make this hole a little. Oh wow, I wasn't even paying attention. Let's. This is a pretty high reward, high risk hole here. $219. We might get a little more. Ooh, this one's gonna be iffy. It is coming over toward the water, but we might be okay. Give me a good bounce. Not bad. And then we got a $197 to the pin, but we're hitting out of the rough. Let's go with a 5 iron here. Okay, I haven't quite worked out why the launch monitor is missing so many shots lately, but we'll get her figured out. Should be about pin high, but we're all the way over to the right. We did roll over, so from that we can tell we are at least on a little bit of a downhill. "25 feet 11 inches here. Oh! That'd have been dope. That'd have been a dope eagle. Okay, number 10 is a 358 yard par 4. Nothing too threatening here. This has been a pretty relaxing round of golf. Still play maybe 104, 105. Got some green to play with. Let's just crisply strike this sand wedge. You can tell we're gonna wanna, ball's gonna wanna go down. Sit. That's not bad. We just hit some sort of a weird collider on the green. I don't know what it was. I want to take a mulligan, but we'll save that for extreme mishits. You can see this hole is just straight down the gut with some bunkers to keep you honest. Little bit of a tailwind, nothing too threatening. I'd say there's a pretty good chance we're going to be playing off the beach, drinking a margarita. We got a ways to go though, 145 yards, big green, lie's not too bad. We're going uphill to a big green. I'm thinking 8-iron might not be enough. I don't remember what the penalty out of the sand is. Oh, just murdered that ball. Oh boy. Let's see if we can get this thing near the pin and not lose more strokage. We're going to be going downhill. Maybe hit this 21 yards or something. What was the carry on that? We didn't lose anything. That was just my fault, period. A bogey. 3 over after 11, I'd say that's pretty decent. 187, 177, 172. Greens, or pins on the back of the green on the left. Maybe a easy 7. We need this ball to roll up quite a ways here. Not quite enough. We should have taken a 6. Do what GS Pro says, I guess. 45. This has to go quite a ways, ladies and gents. Upwards of 60 feet here. No way. Interesting hole here. I like this. Keeping you on a 600-yard par 5. You either drive it 3 and some change. It is downhill, or you lay up over here and still have almost 400 yards to go. So a big hitter that can get over here to this fairway is going to be good to go, but that ain't me. Even if I crushed this ball, I would still need to hit it like 280, and that's just unfortunately not going to happen. Let's poke a 6-iron over here. Now you can see we're kind of at the top of a cliff. Not a cliff, but a very elevated area. In 262. To fly this, I'd still need to hit 300 yards, so 278 minus 30, 240. Maybe get up here as close as I can with maybe a 3 wood. I botched that pretty good. At least get on the fairway. Oh man, what a turd of a shot that was. Okay, so we got 248, 238 to the pin. I should be able to get somewhere in the vicinity of the green if I can hit this 3 wood this time. Might be over near or in that bunker. Get on the grass. Gotta be sure to hit this hard enough. Nice ball. Nice relaxing round of golf. It's going to play about 160 to the pin. Let's hit an 8-iron. A little bit of wind blowing to the right. Snuggle up there, bounce left. Six yards, guys. Let's practice this a few times here. Five-footer here. Number 15 is not a whole lot going on. You can see there's some trees in your way right on the tee box, which I always find strange. I don't understand why you would have trees right in the middle of the tee box, unless it was like a purposeful test of accuracy off the tee. which I suppose it could be. Or maybe it wants you to hit a high lofted club off the tee, or I don't know. Let's see what happens here. Or neither nor. Neither nor. Launch monitor is showing a weird ball spin video. It's vibrating like it does when you putt. Face to path was 1% closed, but it went offline 42 yards. Is what it is. Need to hit about carry about 180 here. Need to carry about 180. Get left. Get left. That is going to be a hellaciously long putt, guys. $80 feet. 80 freaking feet. Another no read by the launch monitor. Make sure it knows we're putting. We're putting. $12 feet, 11 feet here. That stinks. All right, number 16 here at Serenity Falls is a 330-yard par 4. We really got to get a hold of the ball here. We got to get past these bunkers, etc., etc. Uh-oh. 114 out of the bunker. Maybe a pitching wedge here. It's gonna go a little right. We got plenty of green to play with. Sit. Dang, did we not take any penalty out of that bunker? No. Same old penalty. This could be a very troublesome putt if you catch my drift. Not putt, chip. Sit. I think I think this is the trickiest green we've seen so far, or at least I think it is. 20 feet or so here. This will put us 5 over par, 4-footer. 17th hole. What do we got? 396 minus 32. That doesn't really matter right now. I will tell you though, big. The top of this one does look like a chicken's head, sort of, with like the, right, especially with the dot right there, it looks like its eye. But it's probably a coincidence. Right? We have tree trouble here. What do we got? 136. Let's just try to keep it low. Let's just try to keep it low here with the 3 wood. That could have been worse. We're near the green. Another tricky pin position though. If you target and go a heat map, we do need to get this firmly out of this sand trap. Looks like we got the heat map on still. Oh! Gotta love that. For par. I thought that was gonna go in the hole. 4-2 here. And then the 18th, what do we got? Does the fairway look like an animal or anything? No, it doesn't. It can't all be, the course overhead map can't be all cool animals and fictional stuff. At any rate, we gotta kind of get after this drive because it is uphill. Oh, that's gonna slice so hard. All right, we got up. It wasn't pretty. Let's see if we can get out of this bunker here. Downhill lie. We got a lot of green to play with. Let's see if we can get it up and over the ridge here. If not, it'll at least be funny. Not bad. Sit. Sit in the fairway. Let's see if we can get this ball up near this pin here. I just said here twice in the same sentence. 4 up, 68. Probably need to hit it, I don't know, 60. Well, certainly more than that. 48. Okay. That short shot probably cost us at least 1 stroke. This is breaking pretty hard. If we can get anywhere near the hole, we might be all right. Should have planned for more break. And then this final, hopefully, putt is for bogey. Okay, how'd we do? 78. Not bad for a private round. Couple of birdies, a whole bunch of pars, and then some blue boxes. Let's take a look at the stats and close the video out. Won't probably swing a club for the rest of the weekend, but it was a good weekend. Stats show that we had 9 pars, 2 birdies, 6 bogeys, 1 double bogey. 262 was the longest drive we had that stayed on the fairway, but the average drive that stayed on the fairway was a whopping 216 yards. And then our best ball speed was 134. I've been trying to not swing out of my shoes off the tee box because all it does is kind of aggravate that slice, that power fade, if you will. We had 29 putts, 1 sand save. Duration of the video is a little bit on the long side. And then greens in regulation, 7, fairways 8, and then GS Pros showing that I'm damn near a scratch golfer, which obviously is not true. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you watching my videos, as always. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. Yeah. Have a good work week. The weekend is over. Sad and or happy, because if there's no work week, there's no weekend, right? There you go. You're a regular head shrink now. All right, guys, we'll see you later. Have a good one.